Well, welcome. This is the first in a series of Hangouts with Missouri Department of Conservation on MissouriNet.com. And we're going to talk about a number of things over the next month and the next 4 weeks. But today, I mean, what a great way to start. We have Bob Ziehmer, who's the director of Missouri Department of Conservation, who's going to be joining us. And Bob, first of all, I appreciate you taking time to be with us.
Hey, good morning, Bill. I look forward to the opportunity, to the dialogue.
We're going to talk about a little bit about being informed and getting involved in deer management, and I want to talk about these open houses that will be taking place. You've got some that are starting next week, but since I have you the director, I wanted to just kind of get a history of the department and where the department is heading, and maybe you can help us with that background. Missouri has a long history of being an outdoor state, doesn't it?
Well, it does, and Bill, great question. When you talk about the history of the department, I would reflect back on the history of our state, in the state of Missouri. And when you look back at the turn of the century and the condition of the resources, we were a state that once had the largest sawmill in the world down in Grandin, Missouri, and we had cut over the Ozarks in our timber resource. You look at wildlife, many wildlife species were at low numbers. Deer were estimated at less than 2,000. Turkey, bear, beaver, elk, a number of other species were already gone from the Show Me State. In the 20s and 30s, the passion of citizens for the out-of-doors really became apparent. Citizens recognized the quality of life, the enhanced quality of life that wildlife and the out-of-doors brought to them and their families, and they took action. And a group of sportsmen came together to decide what they needed to do to change the course of Missouri wildlife in Missouri. They took action. They created the Missouri Conservation Commission and the Conservation Department. You reflect back on over 75 years, and has it made a difference? Missouri today has over 15 million acres of forest land. We have abundant wildlife, fisheries resources. The quality of habitat and the resources they support today are just monumental, an incredible success story.
Not only do we have a lot of sportsmen here in the state, but I'm sure we bring a lot of people in from other states, neighboring states from around the country. Is that true?
It is. When you look at the resources we have today, if you just wanted to look at the numbers, I would remind individuals, first and foremost, forest, fish, and wildlife resources in the state today support a little over 90,000 Missouri jobs. And they bring to the state, by investing less than 1% of the state budget, it brings the state $12.4 billion in economic revenue annually. A portion of that are non-residents that are coming to the state for tourism, to experience the out-of-doors. Some are hunters, some are anglers, some individuals just enjoy the out-of-doors. The Department of Tourism reports that 1 out of every 4 tourism dollars in the state of Missouri are tied to our forest, fish, and wildlife resources.
We're talking with Bob Ziehmer. He's the director for the Missouri Department of Conservation. This is the first of 4 Google Hangouts that we're having with the department, and we'll be talking about their open houses here in just a few moments. I'm sure a lot has changed over the last 75 years. As the director, Bob, what do you see as the greatest challenges upcoming for the Conservation Department?
You know, as we look to the future, first and foremost, we're blessed to serve 6 million citizens. And the conservation platform citizens have put in place here in Missouri is recognized as the national leader. Constitutional authority to manage our forest, fish, and wildlife, and a dedicated funding stream to make sure that long-term sustainable resources remain on Missouri's landscape. As we look to the future, we need to continue on a 75-year track record of engaging citizens. Always remembering we serve the citizens, make sure that the programs, the services we provide not only help the resources to be on the landscape, but help citizens connect with those resources. Also, the world in which we live, individuals travel, and as we travel as a society, we have the potential to move things. We call them invasive species. And as we look at our state, as we look at plants, animals, fish resources that can be put in a system where they were not normally, did not naturally occur, that is a huge risk that we need to continue to work with our citizens to address.
Bob, you have these deer open houses that are going to be starting, and I've got the dates, and we'll get to those in a moment, to Rolla, Springfield, Joplin, and Warsaw next week. Talk a little bit about what these open houses are designed to do and how they can help hunters?
The open houses are designed first and foremost to educate the citizens, but also gather input from citizens. Education-wise, we will have information that would remind citizens where we've come from with our deer herd since the turn of the century and really even over the last 15 or 20 years. It's also going to lay out for citizens a draft 10-year management plan or vision for our white-tailed deer herd. Staff over the course of the last year or 18 months have assessed our quality and healthy deer herd that we have today. Looking ahead, have identified challenges and ways that we can get around those challenges to maintain a top-notch, world-class hunting opportunity and wildlife viewing opportunity with our deer herd. But we want citizens to engage, give us their input. Have we hit the mark? Have we found the right balance? And that is what the deer comment period or public meeting really is all about.
Have you done these before in the past, or is this something new?
You know, we have. And I could reflect back whether it is a change in the regulations regarding fisheries, wild turkey, white-tailed deer. The department does work hard, and we've continued to work hard since the beginning to gather citizen input. So nothing new here. However, we do come at these hopefully a little bit wiser each time we do that because we look at ways that we can schedule or time the public meetings that are convenient with the public. For instance, in the last year, we've started putting information and videos out on the web in an effort to gather public input that way also.
Well, the website, I just brought it up on our screen, Bob. It's MissouriConservation.org/deer open house, and we have it linked at our website, MissouriNet.com, with this story. But it's got the list of dates, Monday, June 16th in Rolla, Tuesday, June 17th in Springfield. It's got the locations there. Wednesday, June 18th in Joplin, and then Thursday, June 19th in Warsaw. And there's several more down the list, as you can see. So you've got these going on all summer long. Bob, as we wrap things up, is there anything else that you would like to comment on, anything that I may have missed or you'd like to touch on here in this first Hangout?
Well, I tell you what, I would just encourage people to get out of doors. The conservation program that they've established in the state of Missouri, again, is successful, and it's successful because it has citizen support. We recognize that. We recognize the value of citizens staying engaged with their Department of Conservation, whether it's through phone calls, emails, the web, social media, or the monthly magazine, the Missouri Conservationist, that goes in 500,000 households every 30 days. I would encourage individuals that if you have thoughts, please give them to us. Make the conservation department better. Help us improve.
Well, and that's the thing that I've picked up. You guys just seem to have open ears and are open-minded and ready to listen, and that's important between the community and the department.
Well, Bill, I appreciate your time.
Bob Ziehmer, Director of the Missouri Department of Conservation, joining us on this Google Hangout. Again, we have the link to the website at MissouriNet.com. For Bob, I'm Bill. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.